from my side, no problem. And let me share the screen. Okay, fine. Any issues, any doubts, guys, as of now? So if you see here 0.17, you can move this window like this. Okay, you can simply, what you can see, you can see this bar, right? This blue bar, you can move anywhere you want. Okay, right. And this is 127 0.17. This is my Azure VM. Okay, and you can minimize like this, and you can use this. Where is this 1.11 192 series? This is my on-prem VM, Oracle virtual VM. Okay, let me close all the things. Right, this is my on-prem VM. 1.11 is my on-prem VM, and this is my, let me close this as well. And 0.17 is my Azure VM. Okay, so 0.17 is my Azure VM. So you don't find any differences between these two. Both are same only. Both are same only. Let me close this. Then you can see. Okay, so Windows Server 2012, and you can see this is also Windows Server 2012. Once the machine is ready, that doesn't mean see, once the machine is ready, no issues at all. You can use the same machine. Either you can use Azure VM or else you can use Oracle VM. The thing is, we should have one source. That source you are getting from Oracle, or that source you are getting from Azure. No issues at all. Once the machine is ready, we have to do the same practice. Okay, now even though that is Azure VM, even though that is Oracle VM, we have to do the same thing. We have to install the SQL Server. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll install SQL Server on Azure VM. But the same thing you have to do it in your Oracle VM also. Okay, I cannot do on both the machines at a time, right? So I'm choosing Azure VM. Okay, guys, same thing. There is no difference at all. Now, is it clear how to connect to the server remotely in the organization? What is meant by VPN? Everyone, is it clear, guys? You should be comfortable with these options. Very important, these options are. Okay, fine. So, right. Now the machine is ready. Yes. One more thing, once you connected to the server remotely, the direct connection, this is the direct connection, this will be locked. Okay, this will be locked. Either you can connect to the server directly or remotely. If you connect to the server directly, just by entering the username and password, see here, signed in remotely from this desktop. If you just connect it to the server directly, this remote connection will be closed automatically. This is the 192 series, right? If you connect to the server directly, the remote connection will be closed automatically. Okay, if you connect to the server remotely, direct connection will be locked. Like this, you can see. Okay, it will be locked like this. Right, that is one important point. Second important point is sometimes you will get the errors. The reasons while connecting to the servers remotely, okay, if you are using Oracle VM, Azure not Azure, on-prem VM, Oracle VM, if you are using on-prem VM, sometimes you will get the errors in connecting to the server remotely. Possible reasons are you don't have internet. First reason. Second reason is, no, Kraju, let me give you the permissions. Right now, you can record the session. Okay, first reason is you don't have internet. Okay, so might be night, you don't have internet, so that is the reason you are unable to connect to the server remotely. Second reason is might be you have changed your internet connections. Sometimes we'll use both Wi-Fi and you will use mobile hotspot, right? If you change from Wi-Fi to mobile hotspot, see, you feel like Wi-Fi is not working properly or some power gone, so you want to work with the mobile hotspot. Once you change the connection from your broadband network to your mobile hotspot, that means once you change the internet also, okay, you won't connect to the server remotely. What is the solution for that? Restart your virtual machine once, it will detect the new internet, or else still not working, restart your whole laptop once. Clear? If you change the network from broadband to mobile hotspot or mobile hotspot to broadband, anything to anything, once you change the network, again, the problem is it won't connect to the server remotely. So what you have to do, you have to restart your virtual machine or you have to restart your whole laptop. Okay, this is another possible reason. Sometimes IP addresses will be changed automatically. we are getting public IP address, right? 192 series means public IP address, guys. Today this is 192 series. Tomorrow it will be same 192 series only, but here you can see 1.11, right? Tomorrow it will be 1.12 or 0.12 or 0.13. So the IP address might be changed. So every day what you have to do, once you logged into the server, once you start the machine, and one more very important thing is, okay, if the machine is stopped here, if it is running, then only I can connect to the server remotely, guys. Agree? If it is not running, how can I connect to the server remotely? Okay, so first start the machine, then only you can connect to the server remotely, right? And second reason is internet, and third reason is IP addresses will be changed. Sometimes IP address will be changed. So what is your responsibility? Once you started the machine, first directly log into the machine, check the IP address. If it is changed, use the new IP address by just typing ipconfig. If it is not changed, again still check the new IP address and all. You can use the same IP address to connect to the server remotely. These are the possible reasons that you might face while connecting to the server remotely, especially for on-prem servers. Clear, everyone? Is it clear, guys? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right, fine. Now,
Yes.
right, fine, okay. So what you can do now, if you have any questions, you can ask me tomorrow. Why? Because now it is 8:30, right? SQL Server. Next topic is SQL Server installation. What we'll do, we'll start installing .NET Framework today. Tomorrow onwards, we'll discuss installing how to install SQL Server. Okay. So fresh tomorrow morning 7 o'clock, we'll start the SQL Server installation. Okay. So now if we started, it will take at least 1.5 hours. Now we cannot continue, right? So that's why what I'm going to do, I'll just install the Windows Windows.NET Framework now. Tomorrow I'll start installing SQL Server. Okay. So right, very important thing is prerequisites. Now next concept is installing SQL servers. How to install SQL servers. Right. So if you want to install any SQL server, there are some prerequisites. Okay, there are some prerequisites. Hardware requirements are there, software requirements are there. So you have to follow these hardware requirements and software requirements. Once you have these requirements, once your machine is met with these requirements, then only you can install SQL Server, right? So what is the hardware requirement? Minimum hardware requirement. Say for example, you want to install WhatsApp. What is the minimum requirement? You want to
100
install
OS.
WhatsApp. What is the minimum hardware requirement, minimum software requirements?
OS level first.
Hardware and
Hardware
software.
requirement
I
is
need both.
smartphone.
Okay, I'll explain. Okay, if you want to install WhatsApp, let's go with WhatsApp. If you want to install WhatsApp, first of all, you should have a smartphone. Agree? This is a hardware
Yes.
requirement. If
Yes.
smartphone is there, you cannot install, right? You should have OS installed smartphone. Agree? This is a software requirement. OS is a software. Agree? Right. Hardware is there, smartphone is there, and the OS is there. Can you install WhatsApp?
Yes.
You should have Play Store. Of course, it will be there, but I hope. Okay, it's also a requirement, right? Agree? It's a software requirement. Play Store is also there. Can you install WhatsApp?
Mobile
Thank you.
internet connection.
Some space. We need a space
Very
memory.
excellent, excellent. Storage, excellent, super. Okay, storage is a hardware requirement. Smartphone is a hardware requirement. Control X, Control V. Okay, you have storage, you have smartphone, you have storage, you have OS, you have Play Store. Can you install WhatsApp? Very good, Muttu. We should have internet, right?
Yes.
Internet, then only you can install. These are the hardware. This is how you are going to segregate the requirements. Hardware requirements means machine level requirements. Okay, software requirements means software level requirements. Right. In the same way, if you want to install SQL Server, we should have hardware and software requirements. Our machine should meet hardware and software requirements. What are the hardware requirements, guys? Again, it is not an interview question. No one will ask you what are the hardware requirements, what are the software requirements, but we should know. Minimum hardware requirements is at least I'm going to install SQL Server 2017, right? Install SQL Server 2017. Okay, right? So for this, depends upon the SQL Server version to version, the hardware requirements, software requirements will be changed. Okay, right? Not 8 GB minimum. Okay, not maximum. You can go with anything. Minimum So main hardware requirements are storage. Of course, you should have Windows Server and you should have storage. Minimum 4 GB storage should be there. Minimum 2 GB RAM should be there. Okay, memory. Minimum 4 GB storage, minimum, okay, 2 GB RAM. 2 GB is enough. Minimum requirements. I'm not asking maximum. Maximum you can go, okay, as per the application requirements. Maximum can be 16 GB RAM, maximum can be 32 GB RAM, maximum can be 64 GB, 128 GB, 256 GB, 512 GB RAMs also will be there. Maximum storage can be 1 terabytes, 2 terabytes, 10 terabytes also will be there. Okay, so minimum requirement is this one. Right, software requirements, of course, you know all the software requirements. I should have Windows Server, first of all, Windows Server operating system installed in my machine, right? And of course, CPU, one CPU core is enough. One CPU core is enough. Okay, one CPU core is enough. Windows Server operating system, I should have. SQL Server software, I should have. Important, very, very important is .NET Framework. .NET Framework 3.5 and above. Okay, you should have this .NET Framework software. Of course, these software, whatever yesterday, day before yesterday, we all worked for configuring these machines, right? So we don't have any issues with the hardware requirements and the software requirements also. The one thing is we should have .NET Framework. Means .NET Framework is not installed in our server. Who is going to install this .NET Framework in the organization?
Windows team.
Windows team responsibility. So once the machine is ready, then Windows team will let us know, hey, the machine is ready. You can start installing SQL Server. He don't tell like that. He will simply update in the ticket, the machine is ready. Then you can start. You have to first check whether it meets the requirements or not. Then you can start installing. You have to check how many drives are there. You have to check how much memory is there. Okay, you have to check .NET Framework is installed or not. Okay, everything you have to check. Once you check that one, then you can proceed to install the. And of course, one more requirement is Windows Installer 4.5 and above. Windows Installer 4.5 and above. Okay, of course it will be there by default. It will come. No need to install anything. So manually we have to install only one thing, that is .NET Framework. Remaining everything is ready. So we'll install .NET Framework today. Once the machine is ready, then tomorrow we are going to install. Okay. What we can do tomorrow, we are going to install your SQL Server. I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm doing this activity on my Azure VM. Okay, Azure VM means 20, right? Same thing. How I'm doing on Azure VM, you have to follow the same steps on Oracle VM also. Okay, I'll tell you one extra step will be there in the Oracle VM, or else let me do one thing. Let me first initiate on the Oracle VM. So in case if I want to install any softwares, guys, I am going to use one tool. That tool is called Server Manager. You can see on the taskbar. This is my taskbar. Okay, where you can see Windows icon and folders and date and time. Okay, this is called my taskbar. So just open the Server Manager. You will get the Server Manager. What happened? Just a minute. It's not responding. I lost the connection. Right, let me check. I lost the connection. See guys, until 5 attempts it is trying to connect. If it is not connecting within 5 attempts, then automatically completely the machine won't be down. You will lose the remote connection. Again, you have to connect to the server remotely. That's it. Let me open this Server Manager now. If you want to install anything, you have to open Server Manager and you have to just select this option, add roles and features. Select this option, add roles and features. Go to next. And again, this installing .NET Framework is not our responsibility. Windows team will do it. Okay. Go to next. So next, install. Next. Next again. Here you can see .NET Framework, right? .NET Framework 4.5 is installed, but 3.5 should be also there. Okay. Select this, expand this, select all the features, add features, non-HTTP, right? You can minimize this. Okay. So select all the components under 3.5. Next, next, next. Right. Here, what you have to do is specify an alternate source path. Means here. Yes,
once again,
tell me.
in 4.5 we have some 7 list, right?
No need to select.
By default 2 is selected, right?
Not required. Just that's fine. Okay. No need to select all the components. Okay. 4.5 is selected. That's fine. Okay. So now you have to provide, in case if you want to install any software, first of all, you have to provide the path, right? From which path I have to install, right? In the same way,
Yes.
.NET Framework also, you have to provide the path, select this option, specify an alternate source path. Now my .NET Framework will be there in this location, guys. Sources,
Will execute this.
yes, X, yes, okay, but not E drive. If you see here, where is your operating system is there in the D drive. Agree? In the operating system, .NET Framework is one part. Okay, in the operating system only, .NET Framework is one part. So what you have to do here, simply you have to give your operating system only. Okay, your operating system is there in the D drive, right? So what you can do, same as it is here, you can see, right? Everything is same. You have to simply replace E drive with D drive. D drive, remaining everything is same. Backslash SOURCES backslash yes X yes backslash. Is it clear, guys? If you go to this drive, open open, and if you see here sources folder, and in this SXX folders, okay, here .NET Framework files are there. I'm just giving this path only. These sources SXS, okay, right? Right, you have to give the path here and click OK, and you can start installing .NET Framework. That's it. This is how we have to do it in the Oracle VM, on-prem VM. In the Azure VM, the same process, no need to select any path automatically. Okay, where is that Azure? Yes, go to this, open the server manager, add roles, next, 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 select the feature, HTTP activation, non-HTTP activation. This is fine, okay? This is fine, no problem. No need to expand these things and all, okay? That's fine. You can keep it as it is. Next, 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 install. Okay, so no need to provide any path and all for the Azure VMs. You can happily install the .NET Framework. In case if it is already installed, okay, it is already installed, then you can check it. And one more thing is, I told you, right, Windows installer version. What is the shortcut to check Windows installed version? Open Windows Run. Okay, open Windows Run. Can anyone tell me the shortcut? MSIEXEC. Okay, MSIEXEC is the shortcut. And you can see the Windows installer version v5.0 means more than 4.5, right? So you can use it. If it is not showing more than 4.5, you have to check with Windows team. They will update this Windows installer. Okay, any software you are installing, it will be installed with the help of Windows installer only. So you have to check the version of Windows installer. Okay, guys, clear? Is it clear? See here, you can see here, right, the status of the .NET Framework installation on Azure VM, and let me check on on-prem VM as well. On-prem VM is running currently on the on-prem VM and Azure VM also.
I have one query, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, how .NET framework going to help us in SQL part?
Okay, so the supported files like Management Studio and all, see, Microsoft, whatever Microsoft is designing, okay, all the Microsoft components or applications will work based on the .NET framework. Okay, .NET framework is a, what is that? It's an application. It's a programming language. Using that programming language only, all these things are working, your Management Studio and other tools. So .NET framework is mandatory. If you still want to know how .NET framework will be helpful, that you can dig into the YouTube videos. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. And let me
Sir,
check
for
this.
me also I have.
Yes, yes, yes. Tell me.
How to check this .NET
.NET
framework for
framework, in case
install
it is
order?
already installed, go to your control panel. Okay. There is a shortcut for opening the control panel. What is the shortcut? Can anyone tell me?
Windows or
Not to run.
Control.
Not
Control.
to open the run, guys. To open the
Control
control panel.
apps.cpl.
Apps.cpl. Okay, you have to open apps.cpl. This is the shortcut to open, add or remove programs. Okay, so view installed updates. You will get this add or remove programs. As of now, nothing is installed. You can see this one. Go to view installed updates. There you can see .NET framework is there or not. Okay, so on one more thing, let me go back. Just now we installed, right? Let me open. Okay, let me close this window. Installation is succeeded. You can see the success message. Installation is succeeded. This is Azure VM, right? So it was succeeded very quickly. And let me refresh it again. Let me refresh it. Okay, Windows R app.cpl. It's not showing it. Easy. You can see here app. Okay, once .NET framework is installed, you can see the .NET framework here. I guess it is Azure VM, right? Let me go and check my on-prem VM. Okay. Yes, this is also completed. Let me close it. Let me close it. Refresh. App.cpl. Okay, nothing is there here also. Somewhere you can see. Okay, .NET framework version. One thing is from server manager, that's for sure. If it is installed, you can just go to the server manager. You can check whether .NET framework is selected or not. That is for sure. Okay, so from control panel also you can see .NET framework version. Might be you have to restart something like that, but it will show you here .NET framework version and all you can see here. Okay, I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, no problem. Right, any other question? This is how we have to install the .NET framework. Again, installing .NET framework is the Windows people responsibility. Once machine is ready, they will hand over it to us, Sql DBA team. Then we have to start installing SQL Server and all. So that's it, guys. Any questions you can ask me. Otherwise, don't leave. Just a minute. Any questions? Someone started video. Who started video? Lakshmi, your video is started. Please stop your video. Okay, let me help you. Oh, okay, done. Thank you. Right. Any questions, any doubts, guys? Any issues, any challenges? Any suggestions also? Someone is already dropped. Okay, that's fine. Yes, fastest fingers first. What is the shortcut for today? Shortcut. Don't tell my shortcuts. App.cpl and all. Okay. Try to find different shortcuts. I have to learn from you guys. Okay. You have to find out that many shortcuts. ncpa.cpl. Pranit Raju, you are giving the same shortcut to me. Huh? Okay, no problem. Not an issue. Windows
Are you
plus
already using that?
yes. ncpa.cpl.
Okay.
Windows plus M to minimize. Okay, very good, Dinesh. Kumar, Control plus N. Okay, very good. Control plus N. Remember this shortcut. Control plus N is an excellent shortcut, guys. Control plus N is an excellent shortcut. Very helpful shortcut. See, in your browser, you want to open one tab, extra tab. Okay, you can use Control plus N. Control plus N. You will get one tab. Okay, new tab you will get. In the same way, in the management studio also, to open new query windows, we are going to use Control plus N. Is an excellent shortcut. Kusma, Control Shift Escape to open Task Manager. Very good, Kusma. Control Shift Escape. Super, Kusma. Okay. Good shortcut. And LUSR MJ.MSC Chandrakant. Okay, that's fine. We are going to use that one. Alt H in chart list. What it will do, Rajesh? Alt H hide. Okay, very good. You just giving an option for zoom, right? But Alt H You cannot use that Alt H. There is a combination. Shift Alt H, something will be there. Chart list. Okay. Decom config. Detailed component configuration. Very good. Excellent, Siva. Windows Shift plus S for snapshot. Good, 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 Faik. Dinesh. And Control Alt X to display toolbox. Control plus Alt plus X. Control plus Alt plus X. Control plus T, open new tab. Control plus T. Control plus T. Alt Q, leave meeting. Okay. Chandra, you're asking to leave meeting. Control T. Okay, very good. Control T for new tab. Control N plus N is for new window. Okay, Control plus N will give you a new complete window, new browser. Okay, whereas Alt Control plus T will give you new extra tab. Okay, Control T will give you new extra tab. Okay, fine. Can anyone tell me the shortcut to create a new folder?
Control plus Shift plus N.
Very good, excellent. Excellent. Control plus Shift plus N. Okay, guys, today I got almost 10 shortcuts. Very good, guys. I'm going to store all the shortcuts. Okay, right. So that's it for today. Thank you all. We'll meet tomorrow at 7 a.m. In case of any questions, you can let me know. And again, start practicing. If you miss it, you are going to miss it. Okay, you are not missing the practice. You are missing the job. Remember that one. Sajal, what happened to your screen? Let me wait a minute. Let me give you the permission. You can share the screen. Let me stop my sharing. Let me give you the access. Yes, Sajal, you can share your screen. Guys, the class is over. You can, if you want, you can leave it. Okay. And tomorrow we'll meet at 7 a.m.
Sure, Shin. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sajal, have you enabled the remote connections?
Not right now.
Not
I
right now,
will,
then it's not possible. I told you,
Uh,
even though if you expand, you will get the same screen. If you want complete screen, you have to go with remote settings, or else you have to install one software called install guest editions. Okay.
okay,
So
okay,
this
okay.
is the default behavior. Even I also getting the same screen, right? I just tried expanded the video and all. It was not expanding. Okay. This is the default behavior. You have to use remote connections, RDP. Then you will get the
Okay, okay, okay,
There
okay.
are two
No, no, I
advantages with the RDP actually. One advantage is you will get the big screen, complete screen. Second advantage is you can copy the things from local laptop to the server.
Yeah, I
Okay,
understood.
that is very helpful. Direct connection you cannot copy. Okay.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you all. Bye.